When you look at that game, what are some areas that concern you? And there's obviously a couple, but you've seen this team play every game and have seen a lot of their practices and those kind of things. What concerned you that you saw in the win yesterday?
The biggest thing that concerned me was Olivier Vernon going down. When you lose a guy like that who's had such a good second half, all of his sacks have been in the second half. He's had multi-sack games. He was playing well yesterday. He's been good against the run. And when he goes down, and I kind of caught a glimpse of him kind of grab at the back of that ankle when he first went down, and I was a little nervous that maybe it was going to be an Achilles, and we find out today that it is an Achilles, and he is done, and they aren't going to have him. That really hurts because, listen, in the NFL, you prepare all week to face a team. And so teams are used to this, but in the playoffs, it just gets ramped up. And now teams are really going to be focusing on every single weakness you have. And there's no way that Mike Tomlin and his offensive coaching staff aren't sitting there saying, hey, we're going to be going against Porter Gustin, Adrian Claiborne. This pass rush just got a lot worse because Olivier Vernon is out. So, as troubling as the secondary was, and you hope to get Denzel Ward back, we've talked about linebackers throughout the year. I think losing Olivier Vernon was the most concerning thing that I saw on Sunday.
And to magnify it, if you can't cover, one of the ways that you get around that is by pressure. And Garrett is still really coming. Myles Garrett's really coming back from COVID. He's admitted he's not at full strength. So you've got your star pass rusher who's not at full strength. Now 1A, 1B, if you will, is out of there. What do? Do you expect more pressure? I mean, the concerning thing is they didn't seem to blitz a lot against Mason Rudolph. I mean, I guess you got to be careful if it's Ben Roethlisberger.
Right, and again, I almost wonder if they just didn't want to show too much, or if maybe they didn't want to leave some of those, young guys who were out there playing, like a Robert Jackson, who, obviously was targeted over and over again on Sunday. Maybe they just didn't want to leave those guys on islands too often, which can happen when you blitz. But I would hope that they'll be a little more creative and a little more aggressive on Sunday when they go against Ben Roethlisberger in a game that, you're not going against the backups anymore. You got to go after the big gun at quarterback. You're still going to have to deal with Chase Claypool and Juju Smith-Schuster. So they're going to have to figure out that balance. I thought Jacob Phillips was really encouraging. He actually brought pressure on the interception that MJ Stewart came up with. So I think maybe we could see a little more than that, because the one thing Jacob Phillips really does well, it just seems like he kind of flies around a little more than maybe the other guys in that linebacker.